What is going on, everyone, and welcome to episode 8 of Framing the Force here on the Aspect Network. I'm one of your hosts, Alex Batts, and joining me every week to discuss a galaxy far, far away is Robby Weidemann. Robby, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Excited for this episode. We have a pretty cool topic, I think. So, this week we're discussing the newest Star Wars video game release, Star Wars Outlaws, which is developed by Massive Entertainment and published by Ubisoft. The game, which is set between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, follows scoundrel Kay Vess and her companions Nyx as they travel the galaxy completing jobs for various crime syndicates, all while avoiding detection from the Empire. Early reviews for the game have been mostly positive, with fans who have played early access raving about the storyline, gameplay, and attention to detail. Robby, will you be picking up Star Wars Outlaws, and what have you thought of its reception so far?
So, I did not pre-order. I don't want to spend $70 on a video
Dude,
game.
games are that's okay. Yeah, so this is a
It's like
totally
not even like a. It's not even like a Ubisoft or a Disney
yeah
or nothing. It's literally just. It's so expensive to buy a video game nowadays, and $110 to play like what 4 days early or something. I don't know.
yeah.
I
It's
wasn't. I like. I don't put the time into gaming as much as I used to be
mhm.
able to justify that.
No, I completely not to tangent immediately away from a Star
Yeah,
Wars centric conversation and just a
because
gaming
I'm
centric
excited about the
conversation.
game, but yeah, it's
But no,
I'm waiting for
100%
I'm waiting
agree.
for a sale, and I'm waiting for some patches to get patched. But
Yeah, that's like literally what I was talking actually with another friend about earlier this week in regards to the game. I was like, yeah, I'm excited for it, but I find it so hard to spend $70 on a game now, especially when I'm like, I have so many
especially
games
when it's
already
not patched,
that
like
I don't play.
I still haven't even like touched Survivor. I've played like 15 minutes of it because I don't know how to get the settings right for the PC port.
Mm.
So if anyone knows, please let me know in some way. Anyway,
Please don't.
but no, yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit, let it get its kinks out, get a nice sale probably whenever it goes on sale is when I'm gonna grab it. But I am very excited. Like, I mean, it's you get to run around as as an outlaw. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
literally, it's in the name. But um, no, it's super cool because you get to play with the crime syndicates, and I'm a big crime syndicate guy. I'm a huge Crimson Dawn guy. I love the Hut Cartel too. So like, those are the two I'm going for. But
yeah.
no, I'm really excited.
No, I think it'll be cool. I'm definitely probably also in the sale camp for it. But yeah, I think it's going to be super I can't believe that it's like the first open world Star Wars game. Like I saw that on in one of the promo things, and I was like, oh, I mean, I guess that is true. But the fact that it's just
Yeah.
like completely open world for some of the different planets, I think is very exciting.
Hmm.
And that'll be like it'll just be cool to be able to like, um, you know, run
And
around and
traveling
have
seems pretty simple. Like, it seems like it's pretty convenient. Like, you're not taking a hike everywhere
yeah.
unless
Um,
you want to.
Yeah, exactly. And so like to just be able to live in that level of like a realized Star Wars world, I think is very appealing and like I can't wait for. I think that's by far my favorite part about Star Wars games in general is like whenever you see Star Wars just looks so cool and so to see it
Hmm.
in an interactive format like that, I think is very
Yep.
fun. Um but yeah, so that'll be cool. I'm less enthusiastic, I guess, about the general setting as a whole. Like we've been in this time so much.
Yeah.
We've spent so much time here. We talk about it. I feel like this gets brought up at least in some form or fashion, like every episode.
Yeah.
It's because I mean, there's just so many things set during
No,
this time. So like,
I can agree with that, but no, the fact that I get to play like Hut Cartel and like
see, I
Crimson
also just
Dawn,
like,
like it just happens to be the factions I gravitate towards in terms of the crime syndicates
yeah, it's
and
funny
they
because
function.
on paper I feel like I should like them a whole lot, and I kind of do, but also I just will like get into their stories, and I'm just kind of like, eh. I don't. Not that I dislike it, but it just doesn't pull me in as much as some of the other stuff.
I just like the smuggling and just the crime, the lawlessness.
Yeah, I am hyped because Crimson Dawn and Kira going to be making an appearance, so that's
Yep.
a big dub there. I do
Hmm.
think, as much as it is slightly like I wish that we would get into a bunch of like we had a major game production that's getting into a bunch of time periods we haven't been in. Um, I do think that the narrative stuff that they're like tying in here is pretty interesting, and so like that'll be cool to see. I'm always for more like new Star Wars stories. so that's a big plus. The combat, I'm like, am not too sure what to think about so far. I think it looked pretty like solid, but just like standard kind of like third person action. Like you got a
Yeah.
blaster and some other things. I think the like companion part of it is pretty cool, like with what Nyx is doing and like helping you with things.
I love Nyx. Like as soon as I saw Nyx, I fell in love because I have an extreme obsession with axolotls.
Mm,
So that
nice.
was a selling point for me, regardless of how good, like just that species being a thing is awesome. Anyway, sorry for that little tangent.
No, I mean, yeah, that's awesome, and I think that it's great always having a. I mean, you see the same thing with Cal and like Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order, like having that
Hmm.
little
It's
companion
a
there.
cool little system.
Yeah, it's just like a nice added gameplay element, and then also the little companions end up normally being really cute and fun to have around. So you're like, this
No,
is cool.
this game you can walk around and pet all the little cute guys.
Yeah, which is
Like that's
always
a cool little nifty little, like you didn't have to do that, but you did, so thank you.
that's always a major plus, I think. Um, and yeah, the different vehicle stuff, like getting to ride around on a speeder bike and things like that. Um, like that's a huge plus and always fun. Um, I think it'll be interesting to see how fun the or how much the gameplay loop kind of hooks you as far as like what you're doing on a like I want to
Hmm.
say day to day, but just like consistently through the game on the different planets and
saw
like
there was a lot of mini games. Like
mm,
I saw it was pretty, like there was a handful of mini games. I don't quote me on that. But like I saw an article. It was like if you're a mini game fan, you're gonna enjoy Outlaws.
I mean if it's anything like dude, I will play hours of poker in Red Dead Redemption 2. Just
Yeah,
straight up
no,
like
there's a
I'll
lot of
just
sabacc. Like you can play like a lot of different like card games and stuff in this.
they might have me with that. Can't lie.
Yeah, sabacc is definitely like is like one of their things.
That's pretty sick. I'm very interested in that.
I hope it's kind of like, now it's not gonna be this by any stretch, but I hope it's got like some kind of like the feeling of like GTA, and because you get like the little like caught like screen that comes up. So and
Mhm.
like there's like a rating system for like a wanted level.
Yeah, that
So
was
like
actually the next thing I was gonna bring up is the fact that you like, what you're doing impacts the story and your reputation
yeah,
and stuff, and, like, how it can impact
I
it.
love that kind of like that. I don't even know what you would call that mechanic. I guess I don't know, but I'm no video game. I just play them for fun.
Yeah, I mean, it would yeah, that is just like a mechanic or a system, like, within the game. I think that it just adds
Yeah,
another,
no,
like,
it's
layer.
just it adds a little bit of like, you get those little anxious moments, and then you can also just like test your limits, see how far you can raise that level. Apparently, you get like a really cool achievement if you can survive a 5 star, which I'm gonna attempt
That'd
to
be
do.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah. But, like,
um,
I just like the, like, it's kind of that free roam to it, and I have expectations and pretty big ones for, like, just replayability in the sense that you can just wander and do whatever you want, but we'll
yeah.
see. I mean, I'm excited. I just wanted a price drop.
I was, trying to think about a comparison gameplay-wise, to make between it, and I thought of if it can channel, like, the kind of Uncharted vibes in the, like, third-person action shooter and, like, exploring the world, I
Mhm.
think, like, even if it can get close to that, that would be awesome. Because apparently you also have a
Yeah.
grappling hook, and, like, I'm not expecting the grappling hook gameplay to be like the Uncharted 4 level grappling hook gameplay, but, like, if it's going for that and hitting close, I think that that would be very good. Like, it's some sort of mixture between that and, like you were just saying, with, like, GTA or, like, Red Dead vibe as far as, like, the open world, and then, the wanted system and, like, your reputation and things like that.
Mhm.
Um, I think that'll be really cool. It's also, I mean, it'll have, typical like upgrading, your weapons and arsenal and like gear and things like that in the game that you like typically get. So I'm interested to see how those all look, like the customization there. I loved
Yeah.
the like lightsaber customization that we
I
had.
love anything, like, with customization, like,
Oh,
especially,
same.
like, outfits and stuff, so I'm excited to see, like, the wardrobes and stuff because I, like, obviously had the pre-order ones, which I don't know why every Star Wars game throws you a Han Solo pre-order skin. I don't know, and
Yeah.
Luke's ceremony robes. Every Star Wars game gives you those
I
as
bet
your
they sell
incentive.
like crazy though, honestly.
I'm sure they do, and I've gotten some of them before, but not like not the. I mean, sure, I was gonna buy it at that price, like when it came out anyway. So like, I'll get the bonus, but like, I'm not being incentivized by a Han Solo
Han
skin.
Solo skin. Yeah, that's fair. No, but I can't wait to see all the customization and stuff. And
Yeah.
then also something else that'll be cool with that is the like, I know it has a photo mode. I was seeing some people say that it's
Oh
not
yeah,
quite.
I saw a couple photos, and the people said it was really nice.
Yeah, people said it was super nice, said it's not quite as in-depth as Jedi Survivor,
Mhm.
but still, like, super solid, and, like, I love a good photo mode, and then
Yeah.
also being able to take advantage of what I was talking about earlier of, like, seeing a fully realized and, like, interactive Star Wars world and, like, using the photo mode with that, I think is super cool. There's been so
I
many.
saw a video, like, I think it was IGN, I'm not sure, but I saw a video of someone just, like, recreated the binary sunset, like,
Oh,
same spot and everything,
sick.
like, and but it was, like, 3D, it was awesome.
Yeah, that's sick. I love seeing what people do in different photo
Yeah.
modes, like, there's so many creative people, and they look so good. You can get so many great shots in all these different
Mhm.
games.
All
Um
wallpaper quality.
Oh, 100%. But yeah, so that'll be cool. I was looking, the game features a dialogue tree with answer choices that affect mission outcomes, so that's pretty cool, throwing a slight
I love, like, how your
RPG.
story can, like,
Yeah.
change, like, I love games like that, like,
Mhm.
where you're whatever you say, like, it'll piss someone off, but, like, someone's gonna love you, and
It'll
sign
be
me up. I like to have control over, I don't want it to be a generic, like, straightforward single player, story. I wanna have
Yeah, I
some
think it'll
input.
be interesting to see how much like, where the consequences for the branching off points, like, how contained they are, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
'Cause, like, in some games, whenever you have, like, the multiple dialogue options, it's like, yeah, it'll, like, affect this thing, like, but not really, like, much further or, like, more expanded than a, like, immediate circle or, like, immediate, like, action,
Mhm.
and you can see, like, if you play through a certain section, like, multiple times, you can kinda see, like, "Oh, even if I picked this, like, I still ended up, like, here," which is
Yeah.
basically the same, like, spot anyways, like, it's just
Yeah,
a side
so
thing. So it'll be interesting to see, like, ho where this lands on how varied, like, the results and the different outcomes are,
I just wanna piss
depending on
off
what
the
you choose.
Pikes.
You just wanna start a war? That's fair, I
Yeah,
guess.
why not? I mean, what's the other one? Ashiga?
You can't lie, you're asking the wrong person
I
for
don't
a
know. It's
Crime
the
Syndicate name.
it's a new clan to this game, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
But,
okay.
I
Well,
have
that's
no
even more, yeah.
I have no regards for them. Just let me piss them off. But no, I am excited to just cause problems when I can. But I do wanna stay on the Hut and the Crimson Dawn good side, but specifically Crimson Dawn, like, I'm gonna ride for them. But,
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
am
haven't even
definitely
really
interested in starting some problems.
thought about
Oh, it
where
was an
I'll
easy
lean.
sell for me. I'm I
I'll
have to. I
probably be
like Maul
Crimson
too
Dawn.
much.
Probably go against the Huts at any chance, though.
If Maul wasn't tied to Crimson Dawn, I'd probably do Huts, but I gotta go Crimson Dawn.
Could not relate. Couldn't even be me.
They're classics. They are the mafia. Like is
I
I
mean,
love
yeah,
the
I guess
Huts.
that's true. That's hard to argue against. Welcome back to Framing the Force. Before the break, we discussed the newest Star Wars video game, Star Wars Outlaws, but now we wanted to take a segment to discuss the video game in a galaxy far, far away that Robby has been playing endlessly, Star Wars Hunters. So, Robby, why don't you share with the audience and me what Star Wars Hunters is and what makes it so addicting?
Yeah, so it has taken too much of my time up. It's probably a reason why I'm a little further back on shot by shot than I should be, but it's fine.
Hey, it's still Star
Um,
Wars stuff, so,
yeah, exactly. Who cares? But it's a free to play mobile game, but it's also on the Switch. So it's more. I play it on the Switch. Like all me and everyone I play with play it on the Switch. So I guess it's a Switch game, but it's billed as a mobile game.
mhm,
But it's made by Lucasfilm Games and Zynga. I did some research earlier. I think it might be their only game on the Switch, but I'm not sure
wild.
what else they've done. I mean, I'm not a huge video game fanatic, but it's interesting because this game was announced a while back and it had like a soft launch that like a really quiet, like no one knew about it. I think it was only in like Europe in like November of 2021. And
Wild.
then they just out of nowhere kind of like they dropped like maybe a trailer like a couple weeks beforehand or something,
Mhm,
and boom, hard launch June 2024. And I've been playing it actually like since, because I like when it first got announced like a while back, a few
mhm.
years ago, I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool, and then it just kind of like disappeared. Like I guess it got soft launched, didn't hear a word about it, and because it wasn't in America, and then they just hard launched it, and now I've been consumed by it. I I like it's it's fun. It's a 4v4 arena.
Okay.
So, um you got four main game modes basically that'll cycle in the playlists, and it's called Squad Brawl, which is it's just team deathmatch.
Nice.
Um, it's Power Control, which is just domination.
Mhm.
Um, Dynamic Control is Hardpoint,
Nice.
and Trophy Chase is Capture the Flag.
Capture the flag. Okay. So
Yeah,
yeah, the 4 solid, like, okay.
yeah. It's just like the four like that everybody likes.
Yeah.
Um, and I mean, they're quick games. Like they're usually about 5 minutes, give or take a couple.
So
But
is it hero
like,
based? It's different.
it's you get 14 characters to choose from.
Okay.
There's 14 characters and they're split up into three like classes. So there's
Mhm.
your typical damage characters. It's the default out the gate is you're just your typical like shooter, like you get a regular blaster and do they're a damage class. Um, there's I believe it's five now. Tanks, which are your beefier guys, they're slower, do more damage. Those are the guys I gravitate towards. Like that's just
Yeah.
fits my play style. And then they have a
Mhm.
support class, which is just a bunch of healers. They'll just heal your teammates and stuff. So it's a nice like balance. There's three support people, but it's a nice balance. Like most people go for like the damage class. I go for tanks, but you usually get like a two damage a tank and maybe in either another tank or another healer. It depends on if you're playing with people. If you're playing like casual games just by yourself. I usually play with my girlfriend Kira and my roommate Leah. Kira, Leah, and I will literally come home after work and play for like a solid hour because like 45 minutes hour like we don't even play that long like we won't sit there and grind but like we've
Yeah.
been doing it more or less since it's come out and just I now have I have 48 hours of playing time 700 matches I checked yesterday
That's, pretty good,
so
pretty solid.
I haven't played a game like this since like Fortnite came out
Mhm.
and Fortnite was big I don't know why this one has got my attention. I think it's just because the games are quick. It's Star Wars. The mechanics aren't bad. It's there's nothing really like crazy buggy about it. Like it
Yeah.
runs pretty well on the Switch. Like it doesn't. There's not really any hiccups. I mean, there'll be like an audio hiccup. Like the announcer will speak over the other one. Like at the end of the game, like a little glitch or something. But like other than that, like those little kind of hiccups, it's pretty. It runs smoothly. It's fun. I mean, I don't know. I really enjoy it. I don't know why. I think just the speed at which you can fly through the matches
Mhm.
and when you play as like with all the different like the 14 different characters, they all rank up so you can get them to like level 25 each and takes a while to grind them. So at this point I maxed out some tanks and now I maxed out the Jawas. The Jawas are great. It's two Jawas stacked on top of each other.
Oh, that's really cool, actually.
Yeah, it's hilarious. They're called Utuni,
Nice.
so I love them. But I got a couple characters maxed out. Now I'm just kind of like going like I'm playing like there's limited time game modes they always cycle in. So I've been playing a lot of the one that's currently been in the cycle for a little bit now is you go into a random map, random game mode, and you get assigned a random like character to play with. So I've been doing that to just kind of like rank up everybody in kind of like an even form now. So like
Yeah. Kinda
that's
spread it
that's how
around.
I've just been kind of grinding people to kind of make my games a little bit extra worth it. So because like once you hit 25 on a character, you don't get any more
That's
XP. So I'm
yeah.
like, let me just max out someone else and I maxed out the ones I really wanted to max out. So now I'm just kind of playing with house money and just doing the random game modes, completing challenges, unlocking stuff. It's
Very
fun.
fun. Yeah, I
The
think
best. No, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, I think that one of the things you mentioned that like, appeal of it having a fast game mode, I think that's one of the big reasons
Yeah.
that Rocket League is so fun and, like, at
Hmm.
least appealing to me and the
It's
fact
the same kind of pace.
like, it's a 5-minute game mode, like, I can play like, if I have 5 minutes, I can play, like, one of those, and, like, that feels like not like and, of course, it's gonna be a little bit longer than 5 minutes because of the way the clock and stuff works in there, but,
Yeah.
like, still, it's a fat like, it's not sitting down for 25, 30 minutes for a single match or like 15 minutes for a COD match or whatever, the game
No,
might
yeah, my
be.
roommate was telling me earlier today on her lunch break, I don't even think she may have brought her Switch. She has a Switch Lite, so
I have
chance
one
she
of
brought
those
her Switch,
that I like do not
but,
play at all.
she also plays on her phone sometimes, and the phone's really funny because she says it automatically shoots for you when there's someone in your crosshairs, which is really strange.
What
I can't I haven't tried it on the phone.
kind of
I
person?
can't speak for it, but it sounds very interesting. But, no, yeah, so she'll play it on her phone sometimes. I don't know if she brought her Switch or not, but she played 3 games on her lunch break. So,
Nice.
like, it's
Yeah.
and yeah, it's real quick little 15 minutes and still have time to eat, It's great.
No, it's
But
super sick. I also
what I
think that, like, one of the things, you mentioned is just being, like, a Star Wars thing and that being part of why it's so appealing. It's immediately how I felt about, Marvel Rivals, which, like, just
Mhm.
had its closed beta, which is literally just it's just Overwatch, but with
Yeah,
a
this is
Marvel
basically
skin.
Overwatch on a Star
Like
Wars skin, yeah.
yeah, and that's awesome, honestly. Overwatch was super fun and super successful for a reason, like, yeah, I'll take just that, but with Marvel characters, like, that made it just so fun to immediately hop on and be like, "Oh, yeah, this is super cool." Um, and, like, yeah, it's just solid mechanic like, it was nothing revolutionary, mechanics-wise or, like,
Mhm.
gameplay-wise. It's, like, similar stuff, but still it works and it's fun. Um, so, yeah, I need to download Hunters. I literally have a Switch Lite that I don't play
It's
anything on,
it's
so
it's free to play, and the best part about it being free to play,
mhm.
I've been, like, selling this. I don't know why I'm not getting paid for this, first of
No,
all.
yeah, it should be a sponsor,
Anytime
honestly.
you wanna send me a paycheck, Zynga, Lucasfilm Games, let me know. I'll take it. It's open. But, um, no, what I like about the fact that the free to play, it's not a pay to win free to play.
Mhm.
It's like you're paying for cosmetics, and
Yeah.
it's like Fortnite was when it
Mhm.
came out.
I mean,
But,
Marvel Rivals is gonna be the same thing.
yeah,
It's like,
it's
yeah,
great,
that's how
and what's cool
and
about it is, like, yeah, there's boring skins, but all games have their boring skins, but, like, a lot
mhm.
of these skins are sick. Like,
Yeah.
and they're like they'll pull some deep lore stuff, like, there's a Sith, like, there's a girl, she's a Sith, and there are 2 different skins that I can think of off the top of my head. One of them, she's wearing a Star Killer mask, and one of them, she's wearing a Revan mask. Like,
Nice.
this is a
That's
random
sick.
mobile, like, game,
Star Wars
free to
yeah.
play, whipping out these, like, deep skins, like,
That's
so,
pretty
like,
rad, honestly.
yeah, yeah, it's sick, it's awesome.
No, and that's the type of thing too where, like, free to play, but of course, like, yeah, they're gonna have different skins and stuff and, like, cosmetics that you can, like, buy, and I'm like, "I'm fine with that," and I'll definitely do that because 'cause I'm 100% the type of fan where I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'll get, whatever skin it is for the thing." No, that sounds very fun, though. I think
No,
that's the
it's
model to do it for, like, that type of game because like, there's enough people that are gonna put the money there for
and yeah,
the
you got
things
the
that it
battle
doesn't
pass
have to be pay
too.
to win, but, like, making it free to play gets so many more people in the door as far as, like, "Oh, yeah, I'll check it out." I mean, like, it's free, might as well, you know?
Mhm.
So,
No, and, they have a battle pass, like, I didn't buy the battle pass off the get-go, I waited, like, 2, 3 weeks, and I was like, "Okay, I played this game enough to, like, I can probably
warrant
get the."
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and now they're in a season 2. The first season was cool, second season, like, the battle pass is, like, heavily, like, Empire themed,
Oh,
so
nice.
that's fun.
Yeah, it's
But,
pretty sick.
yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. It's cool because it's takes place, quote unquote, after. I think it's kind of canon. I don't know. I really don't
Interesting.
know what its canon is like, but it takes place after the fall of the Empire.
Okay.
But, like, there's a stormtrooper character, but it's just a guy who dressed up as a stormtrooper for the audience. Like, these guys, like, I guess in the hunters lore, that's like they're all like putting on a show, but they're fighting each other for
Is
the
it like a
audience.
gladiator, like, type
Yeah, it's
stuff?
kinda like a gladiator kinda. It's like got their own lore thing. It's really interesting.
Hmm, that is cool. I do like
Yeah,
bringing in
and
different, like, wild concepts like that.
yeah, but I think it's maybe I don't know if it's canon. I really don't know, honestly. And but like I said earlier, like, they dig from old lore stuff, and one of the rotating game modes is Hutball, which was a thing in the old Republic games.
Oh, okay.
So
I have not
they kind of
finished or
brought
played any of those, actually.
I got it's not it's like from old, like, the old Republic, just the 2010 one or whatever that's
Oh,
still
okay.
running and not canon.
Yeah, right. The one they keep on releasing trailers for that
Yep.
are always
Yes,
bangers.
yeah, in that apparently there was a hut ball, and they just kind of they brought that game. It's basically like, I guess it's not Rocket League where you're flying around or anything, but you're just scoring a ball in a hole. It's like soccer, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah, but no, it's a really fun game. It is taken up. too much of my time consistently. It's planned into our nightly schedules, and we could not. We like. I'm gonna play it after this podcast. Like, I didn't get
You
time to
said
play it before.
immediately.
I normally play like a little bit before it, and I didn't get the time today. And I was like, damn.
Oh,
I
so
was like, yo,
sorry.
I think we. I was like, you think we could squeak some games in? Kira was like, nope. She's like, no, you need to relax.
No time actually.
Yeah.
That's
So
always the worst. You're like, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna be able to get to that here," and it just doesn't happen. You're like,
no,
"Oh."
and it's and usually it's the fall guy for it because it's like that guy can have some gaming time for whatever. But we always try and like squeak it in. They're like, oh, you'll be done at like this time. We got like an hour or two before we have to go to bed. You could squeak it in. So that is my plans for after this. So there's gonna
Very
be
nice.
some more uh some more matches played there and hopefully some dubs. I don't know.
I wish you the yeah, what so it's just the normal I guess the normal game modes. It's to, like, team deathmatch. Is it to, like, 75 or 100? No, they're shorter than
Oh,
that, I think.
it's actually to 25.
Okay, I was like,
Yeah,
"There's
it's
no
a
way." I was
20, it's a
thinking about it, I was like,
25. Sometimes I'll
"He's"
drop a 20 bomb. It's few and far between, but it
that's
is real
crazy.
nice feeling dropping a 20 bomb in that game.
So it's 25 and then domination is what, like 50?
Domination is 100,
Okay, you're
but
still doing
but
3.
you get points if you control 2 points.
Yeah, you get it, like,
And
compounds.
but if you control 1 point, you don't get any points. So they
Yeah,
that's how they count it.
okay.
Uh the hard point is you get points if you're on if you get the there's no multiplier for like teammates, I don't believe.
On Herbert yeah, that makes
It's
sense.
as if you control the hard point, you get a point per like second or whatever it is.
Mhm, and that's
But
to
if the
50
if the
or
that's to 100 also.
nice.
Um, and then if you, obviously if there's someone in the hard point with you from the other team, it stops. It's
Stops, yeah.
neutral. Yeah, but it's pretty simple like that. And then trophy chase, the capture the flag is that's also these are all to 100 except for the other one, the
Team
squad
deathmatch?
brawl 25. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's the same way. You pick it up if it's sitting on the ground, no one's getting points until someone picks it up, and then if no one gets to it after a certain while, it just resets in the middle of the map.
Oh, okay, it's
Pretty
that type of cat like,
straightforward.
it's the hold the flag type one instead of, like,
Yeah.
relay.
Yeah, yeah,
That makes
yeah, yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It's like kill the carrier,
Yeah,
but
yeah. No,
no,
those are
it's
I mean, those are fantastic game modes, honestly. Those are,
they're
like,
all
the
and they all take like 5. Sometimes you'll get like an 8-minute one. You'll get like a close one here and there, but
yeah,
no, they go by in a breeze. But
that's fun.
no, it's great. I recommend it. I would love a sponsorship. Never gonna happen, but hey,
Hey, man,
the
maybe we can
wallet
dream.
is open. But no, all jokes aside, I don't know why I have so much fun with it, but I do. So, and
It
I'm
sounds like
glad because it's a Star Wars game because I haven't enjoyed Star Wars games a lot recently. Dot dot
oh,
dot. But
rip.
it is what it is. The
Yeah.
mobile game got me.
We'll hope that changes soon with some of their upcoming stuff.
Yeah. But when we come back, we're going to bring back the segment we like to call "It Calls to You." We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Framing the Force. Before the break, we discussed Robbie's newest gaming obsession, Star Wars Hunters, but now we're bringing back the segment that we like to call It Calls to You. This is where we discuss some of our favorites within a larger category in a galaxy far, far away. This week, we're continuing with our gaming theme and going to talk about some of our favorite Star Wars games. Robbie, outside of Hunters, what is your favorite Star Wars video game?
I honestly don't even know where I would rank Hunters. Like, I don't think it would even
It's too new, probably.
like. It's so new. I don't even think I could put it in my top 5. But like, I have a lot of fun with it. But I don't even know if I would give it too much praise. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, but some of these games are crazy good. This is just a random, you know, 5-minute game. Every game's kind of similar to whatever every fourth, but in terms of actual Star Wars games, always Battlefront 2 2005.
I mean, yeah, like come on,
Always.
it's hard to not say that as the like the
Like
answer.
the go between the gameplay, the game modes, the story. Oh, I can go on and on
I don't
about
even wanna
this.
know how many hours I put into that game, honestly.
I have put a hell of a lot more than 48, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Like an ungodly amount. I like, and I still play more. pretty regularly. I haven't touched it actually since the new one got like the remaster came out. I haven't had the
Yeah.
time to play it as much, but I would play like the before the remaster came out and everything. Like I was still playing the original one, and I am ungodly cracked at that game. All jokes aside,
Yeah.
like dropped a 20-1 comeback on my friend once, cracked, dropped 100 multiple times, cracked, like don't dying intentionally. Like I'm making a point to get as little deaths as possible. Like I sweat. That is the only game I will sweat for.
Just absolutely just dripping, just
Just you this controller slipping out of the hands, sweating like I
yeah.
that and it doesn't matter what game mode it is. Like I'm there on a mission to get the W. Like I don't know what takes over me. It's like just demon mode. I don't know, but no, I love that game to death. Galactic Conquest in that game is probably the
It's too
best
good.
game mode ever,
I can hear it and
ever.
see it, like, the loading and
Oh,
just zooming it. It's
oh
perfect.
my god, the whole
It's beautiful.
galaxy map and
Yeah,
everything. Oh my goodness.
unreal,
I could go
honestly.
on. What is your favorite? Give me a breather before I'll probably start talking about it again. So give me your favorite.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's tough. One, it's hard not to just say Battlefront 2 again. For the sake of this, we'll not do that. It's hard for me to decide between, 'cause, like, I really love the Jedi games that we've gotten recently, especially Survivor. I think they're fantastic, but those, and then equally though, like, I really, really love the Force Unleashed games, and, like, the Force Unleashed
You're a
2
good man,
specifically.
Alex. You're a
Like,
real good man. And
I just,
it
like,
yo, most
give
people
me an
don't like them both. They either like one or the other, and good for you.
oh, they're both so fun. I also read both books when they came out, like, those were
Mhm.
fantastic. But yeah, I mean, clearly, besides the Battlefront games, because I also, like, it's tough. I wanna even say, like, the new Battlefront 2, just purely on, like,
It
the
is
graphic
fun. It's fun as
and,
hell.
like, experience, like, kinda what we were talking about earlier with just having an interactive and visually that cool Star Wars world, like, in
Mhm.
front of you is it's so
I
sick,
play on
like,
PC and mod the shit out of it.
yeah,
Like
I mean, yeah, it's just, like, it's awesome. So that's definitely, like, that's in the conversation just strictly, like, from that side of things. But yeah, clearly, I definitely have a bias to, like, give me a third person action adventure with a lightsaber, like, I eat that up. That's just
Mhm.
too it's too fun, like, that gameplay is great. I think Survivor is done, like, the Fallen Order and Survivor have
I want to play Survivor so bad.
it's really good. I need to go I finished
I
the
need to
story, but I
fix
need
the
to
settings. I need to fix the settings.
I need to go through and, like, 100% it still. I wanna do there's a lot of stuff still to do in it, but I was thinking about the fact that I don't know, like, I'd be interested to see another evolution or whatever, and, like, I don't know how you do lightsaber combat differently than how they have it in that, and, like, make
Mhm.
it better. I don't know if better would even be the right word, but, it's kinda like how in
Different.
like the same I would draw the comparison as to the fact that Arkham Asylum came out, and, like, every third person, like, brawler fighting game since then has been the same kind of, like, or, like, variations of the same type of, like, free flow combat type thing that you're, like, doing, right? And it's like that's just something that completely, like, came in and was like, "Okay, this is, like, how we do this style of gameplay now," and so it's hard to not think the same way about the way the lightsaber operates in those games. Um, just, like, it's a very unique, and I think it's a very satisfying, like, balance that they've struck between the, like, being, I don't wanna say, like, realistic, but, like, feeling like that, the not as, like, high up in, like, ludicrous moves as you get in the Force Unleashed type stuff, which I also equally love. It's kind of like I would compare, honestly, to, like, the gameplay in the earlier God of War games versus the gameplay in the new God of War games, where, like, the older ones were very, like, hack and slash and, like, exaggerated type stuff, and the newer ones are more, like, I don't know, weighty, I guess, and, like, more, like, down on the ground type thing.
Mhm.
Um, I think both are really awesome and really fun, and, like, definitely have their pros and cons, but I think it'd be really interesting to see if we ever get, um, a different style of, like, lightsaber gameplay from something else. Basically, I want another game in Star Wars where we're running around with a lightsaber. If that Knights of the Old
That's
Republic remake would
I
ever come
mean,
around.
yeah. Yeah, oh, coming around. That's so's Christmas.
That would be cool. We got that, like, 15-second trailer, like, 2.5 years ago at this point.
Yeah. GTA 6
Unreal.
or Knights of the Old Republic first?
Oh, GTA 6, it's not even close.
Yeah, at this
Nah,
rate,
it's not even close.
absolutely.
Bro, I would say almost, GTA 7 before we get nice to on the public remake, like, come on.
No, it's
Um,
yeah.
but yeah,
No,
definitely
but
those 2. I think those are those 2. I guess it's 4 because I kinda mentioned both of them in both of the series, but, like, I feel like I can lump both of the, like, 1s and
no,
2s together.
it's fine. I have to ask you because I am a like a diehard Force Unleashed guy. Not
Mhm,
huge on Force Unleashed 2. It was good. It was fun, but whatever. We all know the one was superior. But um what so a lot of the things that like Jedi Fallen Order fans will always like bring up to me. And I don't go picking these fights like against Fallen. Like sometimes I'll stir the pot and say I think it was overrated because I do think it was kind of a I don't know. I didn't think it was anything as crazy as it being hyped up to be because I would see people trash on the Force Awakens, the Force Unleashed,
mhm.
mainly because they don't like how quote unquote overpowered he is. But as a fan of both of them, like a big fan of both of them, like do you don't like my whole thing is you're running around with a lightsaber. There's going to be power ups in a video game. It's just a video game. Like you're gonna have that power scale. Like so they
Mhm.
don't like that. I guess maybe Cal grounds it a little better. I don't know. I haven't played Survivor and I played Fallen Order on like story mode, so I didn't really like
Yeah, right.
play it.
Same, dude.
So
I play everything at the easiest difficulty. I'm not trying
okay.
to have a hard time. I'm
Yeah.
playing games for fun, bro. I'm not trying to get mad.
Yeah. But so can you like I want to hear your thoughts on like the differences in that.
The differences of power scaling. Yeah, that honestly, I mean, it kind of almost goes in line a little bit with what I was just talking about, the different like styles of combat. Yeah, it's I agree that Cal does kind of like power scale it in a more I don't like using grounded as like the descriptor because I feel like that's become like the go-to like
The
buzzword for like
gentler.
yeah, like for like more realistic, like oh Nolan's
Yeah.
Batman's grounded, whatever. But yeah, I think for the differences in like being able to and appreciating both of them, it's just like accepting or kind of knowing what type of thing you're getting, right? Like you know what type of video game The Force Unleashed is, and it just is that type of game.
Like
Like
who doesn't like blasting people with
yeah,
like
like
stupid amounts of lightning? I don't know. I think that was fun as hell.
and it's like yeah, it's a video game having video game mechanics. You have to like be able to like greet it at that level and like accept it at that level. Like if not, then you're just like and that's not to say that you have to like it, but like
Right.
it's
I
understanding
just
like,
don't
oh,
like
yeah
that. Like that's like people's like, oh, he was overpowered. Like it's a video game.
yeah,
What do
I
you
mean,
mean?
yeah, like, that's the type of game it is. Like, yeah, he's a ridiculously overpowered, like, force user that you get to run around and do with, like, the gnarliest stuff ever with, like, it's
He ripped the
insane,
Star Destroyer out of a sky. Yeah, well, that was because I was pressing buttons in a sequence.
right? Yeah, it's like and so I think it's just, like, getting that, understanding that, and so, yeah, it's just like setting expectations. Really, I think is what it comes down to. And like that again, that's not to say like one's not better than the other. People are gonna have preferences for either,
No, yeah,
um,
for sure.
but it's just kind of like how the games on a fundamental like level and on a story level like approach it and thinking about the kinds of experience that it wants to be. And yeah, it's just like I mean there's so many examples. I of course right now can't think of any other ones off the top of my head, but like yeah, people will just get mad at video games for having video game things and it's like well that's just what this is like
That's
that's
what
like
you spent your $70 on at this point.
right yeah like yeah that's part of this package like I don't know read the back of the box man or like like it's so yeah I think that said and that's why I think that I also am like less enthusiastic about I mean, sort of less enthusiastic about Starkiller making the like. I mean, not that I think it'll happen. I would
Yeah,
say like
it's
hypothetically enthusiastic about like
they had their
Starkiller
chance with the
transferring.
Inquisitors, and that ship sailed. So
Yeah, like, but because I don't think that the type of story and the type of power scaling or whatever in The Force Unleashed necessarily translates to what I think or what I would like to
yeah, I
see
don't
in the
think that's
like
how we'd be
main Star Wars
represented.
movies and stuff. I think what
Yeah,
happened, like what we got in the Rise of Skywalker with like how they're moving around in the tools and like using the Force and things like that, like that's getting to the level that, like that's one of the reasons I like the Rise of Skywalker a lot actually is because like that was some stuff that I'd wanted to see and like fight in a movie for a long time. But anyways, like that's I think the like as close or like nearing the closest you can get in like that direction, I think,
mhm.
in the live action stuff. But I don't know, but then I also love, like, Tartakovsky's Clone Wars, where they're just doing the most ridiculous
Hell
also, like,
yeah, don't
and
get
that I'm
me
like, "Oh, this is pretty
started.
sick." But again, that's, like, for the like, it
But
works
that's what you show up
for the
for, like, you're
thing.
just
Yeah,
yeah.
and so,
I don't know.
I don't
You know
know,
what you're
it's a
getting
whole
yourself
thing.
into, and I think it's a strange hill to die on, but I don't know, that's
Yeah,
just me. I do
yeah,
like, I do have to touch on because you mentioned it, The Force Unleashed, like, that's always my number 2, and
mhm.
that game is cracked, like, well, I
It's
mean,
so fun.
we just discussed it. He is literally cracked, but also it's just such a good game, like, the gameplay is wonderful, like, I want to feel that powerful as this little Sith Lord who's being trained by or Vader. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
I want to be able to like I'm shooting the lightning that Vader can't shoot. I got to do something with it. Like, you know, like I
No,
don't
it's
know.
super fun.
I
It's a
I,
really
I
cool just, like
and Sam Witwer's great in it. That was my introduction to Sam Witwer, and
yeah.
he's Maul, and it's like, dude, I like he's the goat. Like,
Oh, he's fantastic.
I mean, oh my god. So I could go on
I
and on
got
about
the,
that. I had him. I literally met him at a Comic Con, and I had my dad ship me down the original Force Unleashed I played. Like, even though like the paper on like the actual cover is like faded, it's not in like pristine condition. I'm like, dude,
mhm,
ship me down the one that I spent and completed like 10 plus times over like days of my life playing. Ship me
yeah,
that down. I'm having him sign it, and I have it, you know, in some acrylic like now signed by Sam Witwer,
that's awesome.
and it's one of my prized possessions because that was my childhood, and
Dude.
it's awesome, dude. It was just a great game. Like, if you grew up with it, you especially on the Wii, you were swinging the lightsabers. What? That's what I
Bro said
played.
it's on the next level. Yeah, no, it's really cool. I am blanking on its name now, but their ship his ship in the first game,
Oh, I'm a fake
w
fan. Oh
one I
god.
know, I feel like I definitely know it. It's in here somewhere, but I cannot recall.
Mhm. I'm gonna remember it
W
after we record.
Oh, 100%. One of my favorite ship designs of all time, though, and that was what I got for that was, like, one of my birthday presents one year that I wanted because it is like, the Lego of it,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, I know which one you're
is
talking about.
Rogue Shadow
Rogue
is the name of the
Shadow.
ship.
Thank
Shout
you,
out
Sean. Yes, it
producer
is.
Sean. Yeah, dude, one of my favorite ship designs in Star Wars, honestly. I think it's
Mhm.
so sick.
And Rom Coda is the blueprint for Kanan.
Mm, yeah, can see that.
100%.
Yeah. Ah, he's sick too.
Uh-huh.
Um, so many cool things I think in
Proxy.
those games.
I love
Proxy
Proxy.
yeah,
I have a
Proxy's a cool
Proxy Funko
that
sitting on my
Proxy's
desk
such a
right now.
cool, like, character, but also video game function thing,
Yep.
as far as, like, what Proxy does for the story and the gameplay. Such smart stuff, honestly. That's another good example of just, like, knowing what type of thing it is. Um,
And I
yeah.
feel like if we're mentioning Star Wars games, we have to obviously mention Old Republic or Knights of the Old
Yeah,
Republic,
which
but I never
I
played it. I
I haven't
won't like
played either.
the
I
mechanics are
have
like broken
I have
nowadays.
I have it in my Steam library, I'm pretty sure.
I own it, but yeah, it's like it's hard to get through. But
It,
and you have to mention the complete saga for like a Star Wars.
oh,
The
of course,
original
yeah.
6, that game, that's my number 3 on the ranking for sure. I
Yeah, I
know we were
also
supposed to
put
give like
a
1, but you're getting like all
dude,
there's so many good. They're all really close in terms of just like
another deep
greatness.
cut we don't have to spend a lot of time on, but the, Revenge of the Sith game that came
I
out for the
only
PS2.
had it, I think I don't even know if I had it on the Game Boy. I never had it on the PlayStation, and I still want it
Dude,
to this day. Like
so fun.
I look for it, like I haven't like just get it online, but I look in like when I pop into like whether it's a thrift store or just like an old
Wherever.
collectible store or whatever. I like specifically like the only game I look for in the video game section is a PlayStation 2 copy of Revenge of the Sith.
Never. Yeah, oh, dude, it's so
Just
good.
so I can live out like what I miss. I could probably
It
I
was
don't even know if I could get it on my Xbox. I might be able to.
it
I don't know.
was so fun. I definitely put a lot of hours into that one too, honestly.
No,
I
I
definitely
played it at a friend's house a couple times, and it was fun when I played it, but I've never like played the whole thing. And that's definitely like one of those things I never had in my childhood that I need to get done on the bucket list. Like,
yeah, I honestly now you inspired me, I gotta start looking for that again and try to get that because it is yeah,
yeah.
it's a certified banger. It's a good game.
I've played a small enough, like a small amount, but I know enough to know that I need to own it physically. so I
Yeah.
can play this whenever the hell I want to.
No, it's great. But yeah, there's a lot of great Star Wars games. I just keep on like
I
thinking of them,
mean,
like, oh,
yeah,
sounds good.
I hope we get another like shooter style one. They're trying to turn Fortnite into it at this point.
Yeah. I mean,
Like they're trying to introduce like the whole like whatever you call Battlefront's main game mode. Like they're trying to bring that into it. Like
oh,
they ran a poll for it, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? Just make a third, or just relaunch it again. Who cares? Or just
yeah,
name it something different."
wild, honestly.
The demand is there, but
Yeah,
it is what it
right.
is. So, but thank you everyone for tuning into this episode of Framing the Force. Alex, where can people find you online?
You can find me online at the Alex Batts, Batts, and at one with the GIF for all the Star Wars gifs.
And you can find me online at Robby underscore Weidemann. It's Robby with a Y underscore WEIDEMANN and at SW Shot by Shot. Please be sure to subscribe here to The Aspect on YouTube and any platform where podcasts are found. Follow us on X, Twitter, whatever Elon calls it nowadays, Instagram, TikTok, at The Aspect Co. Thank you to Peter Fraser for providing our series music, and thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you in a galaxy far, far away.
Hey, thank you for tuning in.
If you enjoyed this show, then be sure to subscribe here to The Aspect so you never miss an episode.
And check out some of our other shows and videos here on the Aspect Network.
Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you in a galaxy far, far away.